أنا ولدت في عائلة كلها تكتب الشعر.
She's saying that she was brought up in a very not only educated house. Everybody was writing poetry, so she tried to copy her father writing poetry, and she noticed that she's gifted with that. Especially at school, she used to memorize all the poems at that time.
الجائزة الأولى بالشعر الفصيح باللغة العربية الفصيحة على ثانويات بغداد.
While she was a teenager in secondary school, she took the best prize for not only it's the classical traditional poems, and she was very gifted in that. And in Iraq, she took the prize for all the schools.
لما كنت صغيرة كان والدي، لأن كنت أكتب الشعر لحد الثانوية وما بعد الثانوية، فكان والدي هو الملهم الأول.
My father was the main person who inspired me from a younger age until the secondary stage. After the secondary stage, because of the feeling that I couldn't continue she couldn't continue her university study, she really worked on herself, studying, going through more novels, short stories, and she started finding that she finds herself more in writing stories than just going through the poems. She felt she was more creative in that aspect.
عبء مضاعف أثناء الحروب، تصبح هي الأم والأب، تعيش حالة الفقدان.
She started writing stories mainly about Iraqi, specifically women in Iraq. And she wrote about the human, how they were, I wouldn't say devastated only, but they were defeated. The women were really defeated through wars in Iraq. She always felt through her novels to write about, she focused on women, how she is weak when it comes to war, and all her dreams just can fall apart.
أكتب عن عبثية الحروب.
And she really wrote about all the not obstacles, all the things that the war leaves the people with. So the sorrows and the agony of the war. She never thought of the reader, because anybody can read the novel. So she never put in mind, for her even the word reader is not in front of her.
علمتني المترجمة، وعندي قصص ترجمت للإنجليزية وأخرى ترجمت لليوغوسلافية.
It's a dream for her to have her novel and short stories translated, and she doesn't mind at all if it was in America. Of course, it's a dream for her. And already her second novel is already yes, been translated now to the English, and it's in the
إيطالي.
النوفل الثاني بأمريكا.
أي بأمريكا.
Her second novel will be issued in America.
قريبا تصدر كما
very soon, because Haddiya has some problems in her eyes, so she prefers the morning time.
بعدين أنا أستيقظ مبكرا وزوجي نايم.
Okay. And the hidden reason is her husband is sleeping in the morning, so she wakes up very early.
فأستغل النوم.
She doesn't believe nowadays that a book can change the world or even change people sometimes, but not as individuals. We're going to ask her about this maybe later. But she said that she would, I mean, it will be a great feeling to feel that a change will happen through a book, but it doesn't nowadays, especially because it's really global nowadays.
من المترجمة الإيطالية.
Yes.
ترجمت كتاب.
She referred to the different timings when a poem can change the world. When people were really feeling energetic or have an idea just because of a poem.
لأنه بالقراءة تتعمق التجربة.
I don't want to give any advices. I'm not in a place to give advices, I would say. the only thing I would, because every person, individual, has to live his own or her own experience. She believes that the only thing she will really insist on, that anybody who wants to write has to read a lot. And as she said, reading is a major corner for any writer.